healing and finding joy again. And this next song especially is about that. So if you want to sing it, especially that one line about it being September,
feels like we have matching wounds, but mine's still black and bruised, and yours is perfectly fine now. I feel love emotion.
I think that this next song is basically just a reminder to all of you who think you've got it figured out, who think you know the way that the future's gonna go. I promise you, you have no idea. If you had told me 10 years ago that one day I'd be sitting on stage in leather pants singing this song in Boston, I'd just be like, what the hell are you talking about? Shut the fuck up, you know? But alas, here I am with y'all. So, just take this song as a reminder that you don't know how good life could get.
Let me tell you a story about a boy and a girl. I still remember third of December, me in your sweater. You said it looked better on me than it did you.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
Good morning. I am so excited to start my day today. I'm in my favorite Pooh Bear sweatshirt, which means it's gonna be a good day. I'm about to go over to my friend's house. It's one of my coworkers that we have not hung out outside of work yet. She always talks about her dog Pearl, who is a golden retriever, and I can't explain to you how excited I am to meet Pearl. I also just appreciate her hosting so much. I feel like I've been just overexerting myself in general lately, and I cannot explain to you how much I appreciate. I think it's like acts of service, like the fact that I'm just like going over her house today. She planned us a craft to do. I think we're gonna do collaging, and she is like insanely good at collaging, so I'm just excited to see her at work, and we're just gonna have fun. I'm picking us up a pizza on the way there. I'm just very excited to have a cozy afternoon with her and do some crafts. The fact that I haven't had to plan any of it, I just can't explain to you like how much I appreciate that. I feel like because I'm such a like control person, I always am like, oh, I'll like plan the activity, I'll host, I'll like plan how like the day is gonna go. I've been trying to practice recently just like letting the other person plan something for us to do, or like, I don't know. I tend to always be the person that like wants to jump in and plan stuff, and I love planning stuff, but it's actually so nice every once in a while to have somebody be like, no, I'm gonna host and I'll plan us an activity, like just show up. Oh, I appreciate you, Celia, if you ever watch this. Very exciting as well. Casey is at the store right now picking up the fencing for Samson's fence that's gonna go out front. I'm excited for him because I know he's going to enjoy the setup out there. I really need to sit down and like do another Samson update. I love him dearly, but he is like literally putting so much stress on my just everyday life that I am excited to have a space for him outside where like we can have a break. Yeah, so I'm excited that that's like in the works today and getting started. Anyway, I'm very excited to go do some crafting. Most importantly, introducing you to Pearl. Okay, I'll see you in a little bit.
have a friend again to like do craft with. You know what I
I
mean?
love a good
Craft
I love
sesh.
a good craft session. Oh, girl! You come in
Did she ruin
swinging.
it?
No.
Okay, good.
She just comes in so quick.
I know. She like just like gets like bursts of energy, and she's literally
She
look at her
does.
hair just flying
I know.
everywhere.
I'm like a little cozy cocoon in the sun right now. She kind of reminds me of that bear from that TV show when we were little.
Oh, the big blue bear in the
Yes.
big blue house.
Yes,
Pearl does.
yes. When she lays down, you kind of
Yeah, she's like a big girl. Yeah, she
Yeah.
does. 'Cause
It's a little after 6 on Sunday night, and I just did some journaling. I just listened to a podcast about somatic therapy, and I've just been trying to like learn more about that topic recently, so I figured I would listen to a podcast and then I journaled about it. I find myself doing that pretty often, where like I find a podcast that I'm interested in, I just like take notes as I go, and I feel like there's bits and pieces that could be relevant to me in that moment, because I have a hard time just like sitting down and journaling with no like rhyme or reason. But if I have like a topic that I'm working with and I can apply it to my own situation, I find it really helpful. And I've been really interested in learning more about somatic therapy. Like part of me really wants to try acupuncture or like something like that, because I am somebody that intellectualizes so many of my problems, and I feel like I think that I can like think my way out of them, and then I just end up like so overwhelmed all the time by like, I don't know, sometimes I feel like I'm in like an endless loop of like self-improvement, and I just get so exhausted, and I like keep pushing and pushing farther and like doing more, thinking more, and it's like I kind of like need a break. Or like from the podcast I just listened to, I feel like somatic therapy is really good for people that like can't shut their brains off, and they just like need to have breakthroughs, I guess, like without thinking their way into some type of breakthrough, and it's more about like how you're feeling in the body. So it's like super interesting to learn a little bit more about. Also, I didn't talk at all when I was with my friend yesterday, but we made these little junk journals, and I'm just gonna use this like, oh, and there everything goes. I plan to just like have no rhyme or reason in this notebook, and I'm so excited. Like I have like a little scraps of paper and stickers and stuff that I'll just throw in here, and then I'll stick them in at some point. But I really like how some of the pages turned out. I had fun just like doodling and putting random things together, and she was saying that she kind of will write over the words as a journal entry, so that way you can't really like read it, and she'll like write her notes really messily. And I don't know, something I've always found myself doing if I'm like really stressed and I like need to get it out, I'll write a journal entry on the same page like continuously and just write over the same words, and it's honestly very therapeutic, 'cause like, you know, it's not legible, so you can just like put out whatever you're feeling onto the page. And I'm gonna try to practice doing that a little bit more. I feel kind of in a rut today, and that's kind of why I had that little journaling session. And like this whole day I've been trying to think about like what like challenge I can start, or like something to, I don't know, like get my mind off of things and like be re-excited to like have a better routine. But like it hasn't felt 100% right. I feel like listening to that podcast really put it into perspective, that sometimes if you're feeling like you're like avoiding a certain feeling, or like you don't want to feel uncomfortable, the answer is not always to like do more and start like putting more on your plate, and sometimes it's okay to just acknowledge you're not feeling great, and you don't have to label it or like fully understand it. You can just sit with it and, you know, like keep moving forward. And I feel like the answers will come to you. I'm trying to learn that like when you're in that kind of crisis mode, it doesn't mean that you need to like kick into high gear and like figure out all these answers and start taking action. You can just acknowledge that that's where you're at and you're feeling kind of stuck, and move forward from there. You don't have to have all the answers like in this very moment. And if you do take the route of pushing forward, I feel like you end up like always cycling back to that feeling that you didn't sit through, and unfortunately that's just not how you feel. So I spent the afternoon with my family, which was really nice, and every time they come over they like help us clean out our porch and like random recycling that we've been putting off. So I feel a lot better that like our porch is nice and clean at this moment. We don't know how long it will last. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little vlog. It feels like another world where I went to the Conan Gray concert, even though that was like 3 days ago. I don't understand, but that was literally so fun and like best day ever. Literally, that was like hands down the best concert I have been to so far, and he was just such a fun performer. It was the best crowd I've ever experienced and I loved it. But let me know if you ever get in these moods where you're like really stuck, and I guess like how you try to move through it instead of pushing it to the side and deciding you're not going to deal with it. Like, if you actually take the time to sit in it, like, do you like journaling? Do you like, I don't know, like certain kinds of therapy, or I don't know. I guess like I'm curious what works, because last time I opened up and kind of talked about this topic, you guys were like super helpful. So if you have any recommendations, please let me know. I appreciate you guys so much for being here. I love having this little spot on the internet where I can just share my random thoughts. I'm so excited to get into the cozy season. I'm just so excited for like the holidays and the chilly weather, the snow. Like, I can't even believe that I'm saying I'm excited for the snow. I feel like once you've moved into your own space and you can design it in a way that feels very cozy and homey to you, and like you feel safe in your own home, there's something so different about the cozy season. I feel like I just have this cozy nest with our little family every year. I appreciate it more and more. I'm gonna start getting ready for bed and prep for the week ahead, but I appreciate you guys being here. I will see you very soon in the next video. Bye.